know, my name is Zekiye Dogan, and I'm originally a teaching staff at the University of Anadolu University in Eskişehir. But at the same time, I've been running as a volunteer for Derviş Baba group for about 2 years now. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Derviş Baba first, and then how we recruit students, especially in our city, in Eskişehir, as the city is itself a big campus with its 2 universities and about 40,000 students. So let's start with Derviş Baba. Derviş Baba is an act of goodness. It has started with few people coming together as an idea of helping others who are stuck in life until they can get back on track again. And Derviş Baba is an idea. If you see, if you hear, then you are responsible. It was started in 2008 as a coffee house in Balat. Balat is one of the poorest area in Istanbul. It evolved to be Derviş Baba Social Cooperation and Solidarity Association in October 2013, and a chain of coffee houses all around Turkey. Briefly, Derviş Baba is a non-profit organization with its volunteers helping people in need regardless of their religion, ethnic background, gender, or political view. The only question we ask is, do they need help? So we fight with all kind of discrimination as a sum up. How did Derviş Baba idea first arise? Derviş Baba idea materialized as a coffee shop named Derviş Baba Coffee House for mentally ill, wanderers, and lovers. Initial idea was to help homeless families trying to survive in public parks after demolition of Sulukule neighborhood, which is a gypsy neighborhood, one of the oldest neighborhoods of Turkey. So fathers who are unable to maintain their families and the mentally ill in the neighborhood who were outcast by their families, as well as the coffees and restaurants around. So it's the one person who was mentally ill and was rejected by a coffee house where one of our founder, Ali, was really oppressed by this, and then they started to think about, let's have a coffee house where all the people are welcome. So in 2008, the first coffee house was opened at Balat, one of the poorest neighborhoods of Istanbul, as I already said. It was founded by Ali Denizci, Musa Dede, and Tayyar Usta, an architect, a journalist at Hürriyet newspaper, one of the well-known national newspaper, and a businessman. It's a non-profit social responsibility project which has been operating independently of any economic, political, or religious groups. It continues to grow thanks to volunteer efforts and donations. In 2013, we started to have an official body, Derviş Baba Social Cooperation and Solidarity Association, and then we start to accept donations. As November 2016, Derviş Baba has 3 branches in Istanbul. When I say branches, 3 coffee houses, Balat, Fatih, and Kadıköy, and 5 more in Edirne, Bursa, in Eskişehir, İzmir, and Ankara. So, what do Derviş Baba student volunteers do? Not only students, of course, all the volunteers, what they do, including me. Personally deliver food packs every month in Istanbul, Eskişehir, Ankara, İzmir, and Edirne. Contents of the pack has been determined by volunteer nutritionists, so that consists of food necessary for a family's balanced nourishment for the whole month. We also add cleaning stuff, I mean like detergents and just things that they need to keep their hygiene together as well when it's necessary. It's mostly every 2 months because we give a big package which is normally good enough for 2 months. Meat, clothing, bathing, and housing needs of the mentally ill homeless people on a regular basis. Some of them, they refuse to stay in hotels. If they say okay, then we have contracted hotels that we accommodate them there. But if they refuse, because some of them they really want to stay on the street, don't know why, We just take them to public bath, clean them and change their clothing, have a shave and haircut. We provide food, clothing and house furniture to Syrian refugee families on condition that they send their children to Turkish language courses and promise not to make them back on the streets, because this is one of the biggest issues. So far, 280 refugee children learned Turkish and started their school life in Turkey through DERVİŞ BABA Turkish classes. Regularly organized trips to cinemas, theaters, museums for children. Also, volunteers take them to cultural activities such as art ateliers, storytelling festivals, picnic, and various workshops. Over the past year, more than 1,000 children attended these events, including refugee kids as well. We do not divide them or split them like refugee kids and Turkish kids or Kurdish kids or something. We put them together, and wherever we go together. So, which is one of our idea of inclusion. And we give volunteering music, art, theater, foreign language courses to children. So I have to emphasize this. In Derviş Baba, no one gets paid. I mean, none of us. We all have different jobs that we earn our living. And the rest, we do everything on volunteering basis, and we never ever accept money. So all the money which is donated into our organization turns to rice or detergent or some other services that we provide. So we help thousands of children to buy clothes, especially during Bayram. Bayram is our religious holiday. And it's very important for the kids to have new clothes for Bayram. So 1,270 children, including the refugee kids, were taken to stores to buy their Bayram clothes. Many had the chance to buy a brand new clothes of their choice for the first time in their lives. You have to see that. I mean, they were like, seriously, can I choose whatever I like? And they came with their flip-flops and buy their very new and the first pair of shoes. Help thousands of children to buy school uniforms, shoes, school bags and supplies. Provide medication for children with health problems. Although in Turkey, thanks to the governmental regulations, the refugees are able to get all kind of health cares, whatever they need. But of course, at some point, they need to buy certain medicine which is not included within the package. So in that case, Derviş Baba helps them to buy the medicine and other medical help. And we also provide professional psychiatric and pedagogic help for children in need. And we give scholarship to students in need. The only condition to continue receiving a scholarship is to read 5 books per month, which is checked by the volunteers, seriously. And religious or political books are left out of scope. So we do this also for the refugee kids. We already have university students that we help them to get prepared for the exam, and we are very happy that they are in university now. There are about 6,000 irregular, 500 regular volunteers all around Turkey. Almost half of them are university students. Derviş Baba help more than 2,000 families right now around Turkey regularly. I'm not mentioning irregular ones. And almost half of them are refugees. So we are trying to provide those families accommodation, education, nutrition, and job. So these are the questions that we are going to discuss during our workshop. Where are the students in this picture? What is their motivation? How to keep them motivated? How to recruit them? What tasks and roles can they take on within the organization? What could be the obstacles for students to get engaged as volunteers for refugees in Turkey? But as just a hint, I can tell you this much. In our case, in Turkey, every single faculty of education have a must course, which is topluma hizmet, so, community service class. So every single student of faculty of education who is becoming a teacher later on have to take this course. So which means that we receive most of our students from that class, which is great. And for example, in my case, you can see all of them are either my students or my friends' students, because I'm also teaching that class. So they are taking this as a course, but at the end of the semester, they become regular volunteers. So here are some pictures from our shopping days. So our trip to different places, music, painting and dance classes, museum and art galleries, site visits. So we have a sponsor for diapers, which is great. So we just provide diapers as well. And we have, this is a picture from Eskişehir Turkish class, and then we give them certificates. These are the coffee houses, the first coffee house in Balat. It's a history now. And this is the new coffee house. So I have to tell you that every single work which has been done in these coffee shops were done by volunteers. Painting, construction, whatever you think. I mean, we never paid a single penny to manpower. And everything has been done through donations. I mean, people donate either their time, either their money, either something else. Here we are, some students in charge, painting the classes. And this is the other coffee house in Cihangir, and this is from Edirne. This is from Kadıköy, Istanbul. This is from Eskişehir. These are from Ankara, carrying some furniture and stuff for families. This is from Izmir. And this is our new place, Derviş Baba Education, Culture and Art Center, where we have dance classes and a kindergarten, a place to, here are the old situation, and now it's, this is a new, this is new.
Wow.
So it's two buildings, this one and the other one. So even the outside painting was done by a company, Filli Boya. It was again one of our volunteers. We do not call them sponsors. I mean, sponsoring is kind of very cold word. So they're all our volunteers. So everything is possible when we come together, we say. And when it comes to the students, you can always visit our Facebook site. So what we do at the beginning of the semester with my students, here you can see some pictures. What we do with our students, we come together, we make a plan, and we decide what kind of activities we can do to raise money. This is, for example, from our second-hand shopping, and we raised about 1,000 euro in one day, which was great. 5 lira, which is less, about €1.50 for a t-shirt, and 2 euros for proper shirt and stuff like that. So we were really having fun, and we cleaned our closet, and we got some money for the needy ones. So this idea, for example, came from a bunch of students, and they organized everything. Or, for example, they organize like field trip for the kids, or every week we have one activity. They plan the activities, and they help the kids to get attended. Some of the kids cannot travel around the city, so they have to be picked from their home, and they do this. So they're really great. So this was our, here it is. All of them are my students, from my class or the other classes, the other teachers. So, so this was really great. And this is one of our regular meeting. So normally we go to a coffee shop and sit and decide what we're gonna do. They are also great about manpowering, because most of the time we have to distribute furnitures to the families. So we always need students to help with this. So these are something that I can share with you. Here are some of our Syrian kids. They are so good. I love them very much, by the way. And I want to show you another thing. This is one of our Iraqi students, Barik. So in Eskişehir we have, in our university we have about 1,500 foreign students, let's say. So about 500 of them are coming from either Syria, Iraq or Iran. So our students that we are teaching Turkish, they are not only from Syria but also from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. So we got help from these foreign university students a lot in terms of translation, interpretation. So these are the things that I want to share with you. So when we have time in the workshop, I will be glad to answer all the questions or discuss more. Thank you very much.